Welcome back to the channel, Chimera Crew. I'm Mr. Sean, and this is the AMA video that honestly, it feels like I've been threatening you guys with it. It was hard to get you guys to ask questions, but Art Monzo, constant listener to the channel, came in clutch with the last few questions. So, as a thank you to him, I know he really likes the RPG Horror Stories videos, so I went ahead and recorded one that's over on my satellite channel, Mr. Sean Reads Reddit. Big thank you, Art Monzo. So thank you for assisting with that. But guys, this video is probably sounding a little different right now, and that's because I'm currently running some test runs on the recording studio that my work is currently setting up as we move into our media production, which is more of a subsidiary of our main business, and I am leading that. So I'm trying to get this studio up and running. I'm dealing with audio technology that I am not familiar with, and it's definitely a learning curve. So that's what I've been up to. Yeah, let's get right to it then, I suppose. So our first question comes from Bergman864, and they have asked, what does it take to research these lesser known lost media topics? I'm sure the information is even more sparse than the usual topics. And to be fair, Bergman864, it's not as difficult as you would think. Now, I spend a lot of time on the Lost Media Wiki, and I started doing that after I started listening to other people's Lost Media videos. And as I was scrolling, I would find very interesting topics that I'd never heard covered on the multitude of videos that I would watch. And so I decided that I should start covering them, giving them their time to shine. And what I essentially do to start researching is I go to the Lost Media Wiki, I scroll, I pick a topic, I scroll till I see something I've never heard of before but sounds interesting, and then I look at that article. And if the article has enough information, that's what I use. And if I need to search more, I will. But ultimately, the information's out there. It's just not necessarily as flashy or as well known. But I'm determined to bring them all into the light. We had a question from Donald Reynolds 6857 that asked me if I was familiar with the movie. The formerly lost piece of media, Daughter of Dawn. And I was not, but I thanked him for the suggestion, and that actually became one of my next recovered relics. So yeah, guys, if you have a piece you'd like me to cover, be sure to let me know. I am definitely open to suggestions, and that was a very interesting piece to research. So this next one wasn't necessarily a question, but I'm going to view it as such, where the person suggested, hey, that maybe I should use full screen in the clip shows that on the recovered relics and maybe lose the cartoon chimp. Well, sorry to Tom Kershaw 4384, but that's kind of my whole brand. I mean, on the satellite channels, you're not really seeing the Mr. Sean Hawaiian shirt, cargo short wearing chimp, but that's me. And this channel is me. It's my brand. You are more than entitled to your preferences, but I'm afraid I'm just not going to really be able to accommodate you on that one. Now, here we have our first question from Art Monzo that asks if Ohio, which is where I'm from, where I've lived my whole life, and where I currently reside, is really that empty. And I don't know, Art Monzo, where you got your information, but Ohio is anything but empty. The thing about Ohio is we really have just about everything in this state, and none of it's any more than 2 hours away from any other place. It's really kind of amazing. Now, if you want empty, I would recommend a state like Montana or maybe Illinois. I took a trip to Illinois to visit my sister who was going to grad school there at the University of Illinois. And really all Illinois is Chicago, and then a bunch of farmland, and then a couple of schools where you can learn how to be a farmer, an engineer, or oddly enough, in my sister's case, an opera singer. It's kind of a weird. It's a diverse curriculum, but Ohio is not empty. We have all kinds of things. We have so many festivals. We have so many cities. Even though we have like the three large cities, we have a lot of medium-sized cities, a lot of small towns, and Ohio is a hub state, meaning that people from all over the world uh, who aren't from here originally end up living here at least for a time. And because of that, there's a huge mesh of cultures as well as things that need to be created and done so that people have something to do while they're here. One of the things I'm very interested in is abandoned places that used to be hubs of activity, things like shopping malls and amusement parks. Weirdly enough, I recently got an award on Reddit for being in the top 5% of commenters on r/dead malls. So take that for what you will. I don't really feel like it's a braggable accomplishment. I don't even think I'd call it an accomplishment. But um, the thing is, I looked it up once, and Ohio has had more theme parks come and go than not only most states, but most countries have had in their history, which is amazing. But yeah, we're a hub of culture of whatever your hobby is. There's stuff for it: conventions, amusement parks, shopping. If you want it, Ohio's got it. We are anything but empty. And I think this leads directly into his second question, which is why are there so many astronauts from Ohio? And I know the joke is that something about Ohio makes people want to get off the planet, but I'm going to give you a slightly more positive look on it. Is that Ohio has so much. The only way to find something new is to go to outer space. It's the one thing we don't have. But we do have a pretty decently alien extraterrestrial themed glow in the dark indoor mini golf up in Medina, right next to the Christmas Museum. So, check that out if you're ever in the area. Also, Medina has a massive candy shop that upstairs is all nerdy collectibles and hobby gaming. So yeah, Ohio's great. And now we come to our final question. Again, this one is from Art Monzo. Again, we didn't get a lot of questions this year, but maybe next year. I want to do one of these AMAs every year. But he asked me if I have ever found any lost media myself and put it back into. I'm not sure what the word. He used the word surrelation, which I'm wanting to believe is just a misspelling of circulation. But if that is the case, technically there is one piece that I have uncovered the origin of. It wasn't exactly lost, but its origins were unknown, which I was able to dig in and find. A while back, someone reached out to me asking if I could figure out the origins of a video clip that appeared to be, it wasn't very good quality, but it appeared to be actor R. Lee Ermey dressed as an omelet yelling at a child. And a lot of people called it the R. Lee Ermey omelet video, but nobody quite knew where it was from. I looked into it, and after a couple of dead ends, I did end up finding a YouTube channel that had not been updated in a while, but it turns out it was not R. Lee Ermey at all. It was someone going by the name Omeletto the Great, or the Great Omeletto. I don't remember which, but I did find, and in one of my previous videos from about a year ago, I unveiled the origins of the piece. So that is my small contribution to the lost media community, I suppose. And I guess that's it for this video, guys. Thank you for being with me these past several years as we've grown the channel. Thank you for helping get me to 1,000 subscribers last year. And here's to the next 1,000. Until next time, I'm Mr. Sean. This is Skymira Miniatures. And I sincerely hope that you alpha great day and an even beta tomorrow. Bye-bye.